Hello, this is Rio with Scott Leroy Marketing, and today we're going to go over how to add a Facebook feed to your command website. As always, you want to go to agent.kw.com, which will bring you to your command login screen. Just want to log in with your username, which is typically your first initial followed by your last name and the password that you have set. Once you're logged in to your command account, you'll want to navigate to the backend settings of your website, which I'll show you where to go in just a moment. You're going to see this menu bar here, a few different options to select. You want to go to the very bottom option, hover over it, it'll say consumer. Go ahead and select that. We're going to go ahead and get our page set up first. So in order to do that, in the very right-hand corner, you want to hit Create Page. You'll have two different options. Select On My Agent Site and select Create Page. You can name this page whatever you'd like. For this purpose, I'm going to call it our Facebook feed. Now, we're going to be adding a code to this, which I'll show you in just a moment where to retrieve that from. So in order to add a code, you'll always have to add it in a text box. So you'll want to select Content Blocks. It's right underneath Widgets. You have two different options under Content Blocks. Go ahead and select Text. This will allow for us to paste our code in. Now, in order to save a text box, you'll also need to add a widget in. Typically, I will add the Download My App, which will allow consumers to download your branded app. After the widget has been added, our page has been set up and is ready to add our code, which we now want to retrieve. So in another tab, you'll want to go to developers.facebook.com, and I'll paste that URL in the description of the video. Once you are on developers.facebook.com, you have a few different menu options at the top. You want to select the middle option, which says Docs. Once you're on this page, scroll down to the very bottom, and you'll want to select Social Plugins. Once you have selected Social Plugins, you'll want to scroll down to the middle of the page. You'll have a few different options here, but you'll just want to go to Page Plugin. This is the option we want to focus on. Select Page Plugin. And this is actually going to allow for you to generate the code for your Facebook URL. So you'll need to have your Facebook URL on hand. And I select for the width 800, and for the height you need to do 600. And this will actually generate a preview underneath so you can see what it will look like on your live site. Underneath the preview is where you will actually get your code. There's a button that says Get Code. Select that. And this will generate a JavaScript code. You'll actually need to select the iframe code, which is the second option right here. Once you select iframe, it will bring up the iframe code that you need to paste onto your site. So we'll just double click and copy this. And we're going to go back over to our site now that we have the code that we need. And our page is already all set up. We have our widget added, so we just want to click into our text box. And you'll want to paste your code here in the text box. And now that your code is added in, this is actually going to be a little bit off center on your live site once we go there. So we actually want to center this within the code first. And to do that, you can just type in center. And now we will need to configure our widget. And I've selected the widget. Click configure widget. And you can just save and apply because this information is already applicable. Now it won't show up right away, but we will be able to view it on our live site once we hit Save Changes. Would you like to continue to site and app settings to publish your page? Hit Yes. This brings you into the back end of your agent site pages automatically. Here you will have the option to go ahead and add page. This is how you can add the new page to your site. So right now we don't have a page selected. We'll want to select the new page that we just created, which is our Facebook feed. Hit continue. Now this new page has been added and it's connected to our Facebook feed, but we need to name it properly. So we just want to call this our Facebook feed. Our URL slug can just be Facebook. And your SEO description, stay up. And hit save. Now the settings have been updated successfully. We want to go on our live site and just kind of check out, see how it looks. So we want to click on agent site pages up here in the left-hand side. And we can go ahead and click on our site now to see our live site and how the page looks within our menu. Now that we're on the home page of our site, we can go ahead and click on the menu up at the right-hand corner to see the new page that has been added. So you can see that is the very last page at the bottom where we saved it. We'll go ahead and click on this page just to see how it looks. Make sure that it's centered. And this looks good. So our Facebook feed has now been added to our command website. Please just let us know if you have any questions at all.